Hey guys, welcome to 7th grade lesson 26. Let's start off with the first question. The first question is asking, Cameron is selling shirts. The price of each shirt was K dollars, but Cameron decided to increase the price by 7%. The expression K plus 0.07K represents the price of the shirt. Which expression also represents that price? So, the equation that they put was K plus 0.07K. Now, when a variable has nothing in front of it, what does that mean? This is empty space, right? There's nothing there in this equation, but every time there's no number in front of a variable, it means that there's a 1 there. Now, this expression is basically then would change to 1K plus 0.07K. And since these two variables are the same, you could add these two together. And then you would get 1.07K. And in your answer, the one that fits would be B. So your answer is B, because you just need to find something that this can change into. And so yeah. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 is the dimensions of the football field are P and Q. The expression 2P plus 2Q represents the perimeter of the football field, which expression also represents the perimeter of the football field. Okay, so again, it's just like his equation up here, number 1, except this time, this is your equation, or your expression, and so you just need to find an expression that is equal to this. So, let's see. So, when you try to simplify this, right, because you can't add, because the variables are different, so then the only way you can do it is simplify. So, how would you simplify? You would simplify. What do these two both have in common? You're correct. They both have a 2 in front of them. So what you can do with that 2 is you can take it out. You can remove these two 2's from their variables. But if you just get rid of them and just put P plus Q, then that's incorrect, right? Because this and this does not look even remotely the same, because these 2's can't just disappear. They have to go somewhere. So what you would do is you would put a parenthesis around it and multiply this entire thing by 2, because essentially all you're doing is multiplying P and Q by 2 when you're doing this equation. So for example, let's say you've got 2 times 6 plus 9, and then you've also got 2 times 6 plus 2 times 9. So when you do this, you get 13, and then you multiply 13 by 2, so for this one, what you would do is you would multiply and then add. For this one, you would also multiply and add. So in this case, it's the same thing, it just looks different. Alright, now to the next page. Let's do number 5. So, it's asking, which expression is equivalent to the sentence below? The sentence below is K is increased by 4%. Now, what is 4% equal to? 4% is also equal to 0.04, because this 100, or this percent sign, is the same thing as multiplying it by 100. So, when you try to find a percentage of k, you would have to multiply 0.045k. And it says k is increased, so k is not subtracting but adding 4%. So this would be your equation. So A would be our answer. Alright, next page. So this next page is asking to simplify the expression and write the answers using exponents. So let's start off with number 1. Number 1 is asking 4 squared times 4 to the 6. So 4 to the 6, basically it's the same thing as this. Now, it says using exponents. So if it did not say this, you could just multiply and you do 4 squared times 4 to the 6th power. So like this would turn to 16 and this would turn into whatever 4 to the 6th power is, and you multiply them together to get a number. But in this case, it asks to do it in exponents, so you actually have to answer it so that there are exponents, which makes this a lot easier. So when you multiply two values with exponents, you simply need to put the base. So this 4 is the base. And what you do with the exponents is you just simply add the exponents. So 2 plus 6 is 8. So your answer would actually be 4 to the 8. Alright, let's do number 5. Number 5, the same thing. Negative 7 to the 4th times negative 7 to the 5th. You add the exponents, so you get negative 7 to the 9th. Next page. So next page is asking, it's the same thing, same concept. So let's try number 7. So 2 to the 4th times 2 to the 9th, 2 to the, times 2. So remember, when you multiply by exponents, you add. So you get 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 9th, and 2, just 2. But you have to remember, if there is no exponent on a number, then it is the same thing as the exponent being 1. So what you would have to do is you would make it 4 plus 9 plus 1, and you get 14. So you get 2 to the 14th power. Now, for this one, number 10, 7 to the 4th to the 3rd. What you do in this case is, if it's like this and there's no base here, like this part is not here, then what you would have to do is you would multiply these two. You would multiply these two. So you would get 7 to the 12th, because 4 times 3 is 12. Let's try number 12. So you get negative 8, 9, 2. Multiply these two, you get negative 8, 18. And that's your answer. And thank you for watching.